Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the the Colored Cast. I guess. Uh,
Nice.
yeah. Joseph isn't here. We don't know what happened to him.
He
Yeah,
was,
big
but then he
surprise.
wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, he was. Uh, Child Services got him.
Beggars
But we
can't be
got
choosers,
Seth.
I guess. Yeah, I'm back.
But Seth's back for good, baby.
Yeah, Jimmy had a round of applause right there.
Okay,
Round
let
of
me
applause. We finally got a permanent fourth person.
Yeah, since
Well, a permanent third person. Because
yeah,
we don't know
since
what Joseph's doing.
they begged me to be on here, I was like, I guess.
So I already got so much other stuff to do. What else do you want?
I'll check my schedule.
Nah, but that's
But
cool.
no, yeah, hey, yeah, because when y'all, like I said, when y'all first started, it's just I was working really late, and there was no way like I'd do like a 1 to 10, you know. So there was just, but now I can. Like I said, I worked today, made it home on time. So fuck yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
and
told
you
you
got
from
here
the beginning
before
that
Joseph and Dakota.
yeah, you did. It's his first day and he's early.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Better late than never, I would say.
That's true.
Yeah, Joe.
Just make sure you put some EPTO in, or we're gonna give you some points for that.
Bring a tardy slip next time, buddy.
We're gonna need a doctor's
Uh,
note, and it better be a good one too.
Yeah, but we told you from the beginning that your spot is reserved, I guess.
Yeah. I guess I should have
Or
just
Eric.
asked when I.
No.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Mess up, wouldn't it? We're gonna put Uncle Harold on here.
He's going away for a long time.
I was about to say you gonna have to wait a while for that one.
Yeah, he's too busy
So what
building
we
computers.
so what we talking about today, guys?
I don't know. I
Nothing
had a
like
few
always.
things I wanted to bring up.
We
What
can
is
talk
it?
about nothing. So just go ahead and bring them up.
Well, I don't remember like 4 of them, but
Spit it
Yes.
out. You forgot.
oh,
No,
I
no, hold
did.
on, I'll be back.
Yeah, hold on, bro. Let me go. No, no. One of them was it's the guy I wanted to talk about. His name's like Bob Lazar.
Bob Lasagna. Okay.
The
I'm with you
Lazar
so
stick.
far.
Okay, so
I
this
feel
dude
like
right
I've
here
heard
used
that
to,
name before.
maybe he been telling like stories since like the 80s, dog. He used to like work at Area 51 and shit.
Oh yeah, that's why I know him. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was like before all the
Yeah,
videos like started coming out of
too.
UFOs. He like said what they looked like and shit, and like he was right. Like most of the videos and shit that people took around the world, was like he was right about what they look like and what they do and stuff like that. And he was talking about one of the craziest things he's ever come across was like the classified region in religion, and it's like classified because like how far-fetched it's supposed to be. It basically goes back to uh the aliens call us canisters, is what he was saying. He said like their name for us is canisters. I don't know if he doesn't know like what it means, like if they're talking about our souls or what, but we're canisters to them. And basically like they started this religion on Earth for what Seth said, because we were harming the canisters. We were harming each other, and they needed us not to hurt each other to protect
How
the
do they know what a
canisters.
canister is?
I'm sure it was like some other word, but it translated to like canister is what he was talking about. Thought that was pretty crazy. That's like not the first
Well,
time
like
I've
we're
heard that
harming
aliens
ourselves.
started to Yeah, like that aliens need us for something. It's like we're basically like we was basically like here to like, procreate and like, keep making
They're gonna
ourselves.
use us as
But like
like
we were actually hurting
fucking
ourselves.
fucking organ harvest. That's what it is. Like they're gonna harvest
Probably.
our organs. That's what it is.
Probably gonna be like
That's what they are.
War of the Worlds where they
That's
just
why they
like chew
actually
us
want
up
to
and
be a
spray us all
organ
over
donor.
everything.
That's
Oh,
probably
makes
the
sense.
freakiest alien invasion. Is War of the Worlds.
It's like you
That
get
shit was
grinded up,
crazy, wasn't it?
sprayed everywhere,
Yeah.
dude.
I hate that noise they make.
Oh yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a siren type thing.
I hate that shit. But no, Joseph, I heard that too. What's his name? From Blink 182.
Tom DeLonge.
Yeah, that guy. He's just about as crazy as you are, and he's said the same exact fucking thing. He was on Steve-O's podcast, and he was saying like all the same shit.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Yeah, fucking crazy. Yeah, I think he said the same exact thing, like word for word, same guy's name and everything.
Now Billy Joe
Joe
says
was just
that's
reading off
true.
like a fucking script
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah.
of that podcast.
That guy's at Joseph's house, like got a gun to his head. Like, say this.
He's like, tell him what I said.
Tell the world.
He's speaking to him through a tin can.
Yeah, for real.
He's
They
using
both
a
have,
laser to
they
shoot
got, like-
his sound into my brain.
They have like a cone hats on with like a wire connected to them. Fucking weirdos. No,
Yeah, their tinfoil hats are connected.
yeah, that cone
Speaking
heads.
of that shit, the craziest experience I've ever had, I don't know if you can call it like a UFO sighting or whatever, but this was back when I lived by the high school. And have y'all ever seen like a satellite before? Like, do you know what it looks like? It looks like a star in the sky, but it's moving very smoothly. And that's typically a satellite when you see those. But the crazy shit happened to me one night. This was forever ago. I was dead asleep one night. I had no reason to randomly wake up. I didn't have to use the
I
bathroom,
feel like I
none of
remember
that.
you telling me about
Yeah,
that.
dude. I fucking randomly woke up at like 3 or 4 in the morning, walked out my back door, stared up into the sky, and looked directly at a satellite or a moving object in the sky. Looked like a star that was moving slowly across the sky. Just assumed it was a satellite. But the freaky fucking thing is the fact that I woke up and walked outside just to look at it. I can't explain it. I don't know why. But that's the
So
fucking... Yeah, that's the creepy part about it. Like, why did I do that?
You were probably
fucking
part of a
bar in
magic
your back.
trick.
Probably.
Some alien dudes up there, they're up there chilling in their little party boat, like flying in space. He's like, hey, bro, I bet I can get somebody to come out and look at us. Like, picture anyone in your mind, dude. Like,
It's like
No, that's
Seth
him.
just comes up in your
so,
mind.
How did you do that?
how the fuck?
No, it was meant for somebody else, but Seth picked up the transmission with his back.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Probably
Like,
happened.
I fucking
isn't it for
rise up.
fucking Timmy?
I rise up out of the bed like with my arms straight up.
Talk about some bow.
Like walking like Frankenstein to the door.
Yeah,
All my legs stiff and shit.
like a
Yeah.
fucking robot is out.
Yes. Yeah, that's
It
what
was just
happened.
the satellite was trying to send a transmission back to Earth, and they got you instead. So like,
Yeah.
because like satellites have to like face each other to get a good signal. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
And I
They
had to
beamed
get a
it
good
down,
signal.
got you, and you looked up at them. Like shit, wrong one.
The fuck? That's probably
Could you
what it was.
imagine? Like, what if something started playing in your head, like a video? You know what I mean?
That'd be fucking wild, dude.
Like
stuff
you wasn't supposed to see
Yeah.
just start
Yeah.
like playing.
Like
in your
his
fucking
eyes
head.
roll back to their white, but then it's like you can see the reflection of what he's seeing in his head on his white eyeballs. Like it's a like a TV screen. What does the numbers mean, Mason? You know what I mean? Type shit.
Yeah, I was about to say it's fucking Black Ops.
The first night I stayed the night with y'all, y'all was in that white and red house.
You put your
I feel
shoulders
like
abroad on the trailer.
I feel like I told y'all about this, but I don't know. I was asleep on the couch and I had sleep paralysis,
Dude,
and I
I
was
had the same thing happen on that couch.
I had a sleep
Yeah,
paralysis,
me too. Me too.
and I was looking toward the kitchen that y'all had, and I can see this blue light flashing from outside. What it was, I don't know, but it was weird that I couldn't move. They say you hallucinate and that shit, but what I saw was like this blue light from the window coming in, and I can see like this electricity like running through y'all's mom's whatnots that she had by the TV. And
Mm.
yeah, like I said, I seen that shit, but I couldn't move.
That was
Sleep
me entering the
paralysis.
fifth dimension to sneak back into the house.
Probably.
Nah, it
Oh,
was me
dude.
jealous that I wasn't staying the night.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Speaking of like some weird shit, I don't know if y'all have like HBO Max or anything, but there's this fucking documentary on there. Me and Madison started watching last night. Like it's called Love Has Won. It's about like these fucking people like call this lady like Mother God and shit.
Yeah.
Like what was it Far Cry 4, Far Cry 5? Like when
Yeah.
they're like in America. It's like just
Yeah.
fucking like that though. It's fucking crazy.
For real.
Yeah.
The cult shit.
Wow.
And like, yeah, like the cult shit. And like she was like drinking and shit. They like turned her skin blue and all kinds of fucking shit, dude. And like she just died. Like it was like some silver shit. But yeah, that shit was crazy. I feel like Jolliff would like. I feel like Jolliff would be in that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm probably
like
gonna have my own
picturing
cult one day.
being there, and it's just fucking crazy, dude. Like
So they worshipped a Smurf?
basically, yeah.
Dang. It was Smurf
Yeah,
dead
but
all
you gotta
along.
watch it.
I think the squirrels around my house are starting to keep tabs.
It's only like 3 episodes long. We haven't finished it. We only watched the first 2 episodes. But like it's just weird what people like do. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
It's just how easily people are influenced.
yeah. Like people that's like
But they wholeheartedly believe
Yeah.
that shit. That's like their reality, dude. They believe that
I
shit's
know,
real.
but it's like
I told you, like, you can make your own fucking reality. People do that shit.
yeah,
But like,
I
they
mean
really
like
believe that shit is real.
I mean, yeah, it was fucking crazy. And like they was talking about like you brought up like 5D and like that's what made me think about it because they was talking about like 3D people and 3D hospitals, which meant like real life hospitals, I guess.
Yeah.
But shit was crazy as fuck. And I'm like, man, weirdos.
Did they bless
Can
their
you show
underwear?
them
No, see, but that's also a thing that I said last night was like I don't see a difference in like that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
what, between
like
that
I
and
don't know,
religion?
bro. I ain't never sat in plus 2
yeah, see,
holy
like,
underwear before.
yeah, but see, like I feel like I can't see a difference. Like I can't like define the great line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Underverse.
Yeah.
But
True that.
Just
yeah, I can't, dude.
imagine if you put one of them in a like VR experience. Like
Yeah.
if they're already talking about 3D and shit and they're like in a different dimension type shit looking at all this stuff. Fucking their heads would just pop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. And,
Maybe we are the VR experience for somebody.
Yeah,
Probably are.
could be. It's all a simulation.
Yeah, it's because we're really living in the Matrix, man. Apparently, being harvested by aliens instead of AI.
See,
So what do you mean by the Matrix? Like,
Hmm?
I don't understand.
you've never watched The Matrix?
I mean, is that what it's after?
I mean, yeah, like
Is that
basically.
Yeah, like them
like-
stuck in a simulation.
Yeah.
no, I don't believe so at all.
And then all those people in the fucking sacks and whatnot.
No, I don't believe it either, but I believe that the plausibility of it is more likely that we are than we're not. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
This
I don't believe
Oh.
it either. Like, that's not what I'm saying. But like I
is
said,
your first and only podcast. That's this you're done.
all I'm saying is the plausibility of it as being in a simulation is just like I believe that much of it, you know?
Like it's a possibility.
Yeah, like it's just a high possibility that we are, you know?
See,
Yeah.
See,
I'm with Neil
but
deGrasse
how?
Tyson. I watched one of his videos talking about this, and the reason he comes up with about explaining like how we're not in a simulation is because we haven't been able to make our own full simulation at the scale that we would be at. He was like, if we had the technology or whatever to make a whole planet of all these different characters or whatever, like doing their own lives and everything, then yes, he could believe that we are in a simulation.
But see, that's
Yeah,
the
see, that's how.
me. The thing about that is like right now, like we're the highest consciousness on the earth when it comes to like dogs, cats, and fucking ants and shit like that. Like we're the highest consciousness. You know what I mean? We got that shit. But it's because we're self aware, and it's not just like basic instincts like, hey, I'm hungry, I need to eat. We're self aware. But the problem with humans is we try to play God and create shit that's more and better than us. So if we did create some shit like that, like eventually, if you had something like, say, if you had an AI and it did take over, it did learn how to take over and somehow get into the internet. Because once AI leaves, like once that bitch is free, there's no stopping it, dog. Like you can't stop it. You know what I mean? Like once it enters up into the fucking web and shit, that bitch is gone, dude. So, like, if you was to have some rogue AI go crazy like that, then he would probably fucking like if it's how do I explain this? If all right, so if we were in a simulation, then it wouldn't have happened in the past like 50 years. That shit would happen in like 1,000 years ago, probably. You know what I mean? So it'd already be perfected, and we wouldn't even never know. The only way you know is until you die.
But maybe we're in the simulation that doesn't have the technology to make the simulations. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, we
Yeah.
really are.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I'm saying. We could be like an off branch of that simulation line. You know what I mean? Maybe we just got shit in a stick where we can't make simulations, but we are
I'm
in
just
a
saying, like,
simulation.
if you think about it, we really are in like a simulation because like we're really just like living a version of life. Like, I mean, it ain't nothing. Just end this bitch and see what's next. You know what I mean? And then you're not here
Yeah.
anymore. So really, you are living a version of life that you can't come back to. So even though we don't remember all what was before, we were here or we were before this. So, you know, I mean, does that make any sense?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
No, you never
it
do.
does not.
I know what he's
Y'all
trying to
understand what I'm
say.
saying?
I
You
know what you're saying.
existed before you were here on Earth. You existed.
Yeah.
Your soul was a thing. Regardless where it was, the canister you are now, the body and flesh that you are now, it was empty. Like that's what was made here on Earth. But the part that runs this shit, your consciousness, existed before you were put here on Earth. So even though we don't
Oh
remember
no,
what
I don't
that,
think so.
yeah, what hell
No.
yeah,
Nah.
you don't think so?
What? Like I'm in like a computer, like going through like fucking.
No.
No, it's just like an example.
Oh.
It's like my mind is like in a computer going through like.
We're a new
I
save
don't
file.
know. Yeah,
I
a
thought
new
you-
save file.
I thought you was talking about we were some form of matter. I didn't know you was talking about consciousness.
No, like your consciousness was like alive, or it's a real thing. Like your soul and consciousness, you know what I mean? It's like the soul became conscious, if that makes any sense. It's how I see it. It's like there's a soul out there somewhere, however your energy that you are, and then it entered to a vessel and you became conscious. And then I don't know what the fuck happens afterwards. If that makes any sense, that's the best way I can explain it right there.
It makes sense, but I know what you mean. It's just like my fucking body was just like hanging up on a fucking wall, and like my consciousness could just grab this one.
Yeah, but instead of like
Absolutely
being
not.
on a wall, you were grown inside of another person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Science.
and then you were filled with you were filled with
My
like soul, like an
My
energy, and then you learned from experience of life to become who you are now.
Yeah, but
So you're
without the
saying
soul
there's a
part.
bunch of souls out there, and it's just like a random fucking grab bag, like, oh, this
I
soul
wouldn't
grabbed
say it's
this
a
body.
random grab
Now they're
bag.
born.
It's just the fact of like growing up, I saw so many fucking ghost dogs. So you can't like, there's no, and like I said, me and Uncle Ray saw one like what was it, like 4 months ago. There's no way possible that once the vessel's destroyed, that the soul keeps going, dog. Because if not, then I wouldn't see ghosts. Like I wouldn't grown up seeing them as a little kid, and then I ain't seen them in like fucking like 20 years until we saw that one on the fucking road. But the fact of is that energy, that soul, and whatever the fuck that is, that consciousness was somebody. So for it to be there now after the vessel and your body is destroyed, then it had to be there before. And I don't know if it was like just a small little seedling of energy, and then it just grows with us or whatever, and then I don't know what the fuck happens after. But I wouldn't say it's a random grab bag, but that's a fact that when you die, like I've seen a ghost before that used to be a person. You know what I mean? Like Bug has seen Papa sitting on the bed. So
like hold on, you wanna know something crazy? Like since you're on this topic, I had a kind of like what you're explaining. I had a paranormal experience that happened to me less than a month ago. And it's crazy that you're talking about this because what
Are you
I
talking
saw.
about the Mexican guy coming to the house with the Bible?
No.
Come on.
Listen, no. That guy was real. He was just on
jerked
drugs.
off by it.
No, but check this out. I was getting ready for work one morning. It was still dark out. It was like maybe 4, 5 in the morning, something like that. And I had just got out the shower, and I was sitting on the edge of my bed, put my socks on, looking toward the wall. And what I saw on the wall, at first it looked like headlights coming through the window. Right? You know how headlights will drag across the wall and then go away?
Hey,
That's what I
you
thought.
told me this when I was playing Roblox.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was at first. But there's no way headlights can reflect off that wall because it's on the same side as the window, if that makes sense. And if you've ever been to my house, you would know there's no headlights possible that could reflect that way. So what I saw in the top right hand corner was a ball of light. Of top right hand corner of my wall was a ball of light, about the size of a 50-cent piece probably. And it was at the corner, and then it went down to the bottom left, went back up to the top right corner, back down to the bottom left, and then it went out the ceiling. The night before that happened, there was a bad wreck on the highway that I lived on, and somebody passed away on that wreck. Crazy, huh?
bum bum.
Bum, bum.
Hey,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
fucking
could look
wild.
at it as we are recycled. You know what I mean? Like recycled energy. Wow.
What do you mean?
Like if you're one of the people out there that believe in like reincarnation, you know what I mean? Or so how do you explain that? Well, like you die and your energy becomes someone else, like you become another person
Yeah, like
and live another life.
basically the light
Yeah.
at the end of the tunnel is you being born again in a different
Yeah.
body.
Unless you're just a fucked up
Okay.
person and apparently you become a ghost somewhere. You ain't allowed to come back.
Come back as an anal bead.
You can come
Yeah.
back as something fucked up, yeah.
No, no,
Fucking
no, no.
sea cucumber.
Nah, I don't know, man. It's just don't. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I'm
feel
with you,
like I
dog.
know how you. Huh? You with me?
Yeah,
Like
I'll tell you what.
okay.
I
Hold
think
on.
you only get one shot, one opportunity.
Mom
Denomina's a
spaghetti.
chance to blow.
Exactly. Like, I think you've only got one
Yeah.
shot at life. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Like how I feel about it is like, you just don't know anything. Well, that didn't come out right.
That's how I
So what
feel.
you're
You
saying
don't
is
know
you dumb
nothing.
as fuck.
Like no, but how you can okay, can you remember like before you was born? You know what I mean?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Fuck, you can't.
it's just black.
No, see, like it's like you just don't exist, and like that's
Yeah.
what happens after you die. It's just like
Mhm. No, yeah, I
nothing.
agree with you. I agree with you. I know
It's
what you're
like you
trying to
just
say.
never knew you existed, never knew you are gonna exist.
But it's
You know what I
also
mean? So
trying to,
like
yeah, but like, I see what you're saying, and I do agree with you, but it's also
it's
hard
hard
to
to explain.
explain.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain because we've all had paranormal experience, every single one of
Yeah.
us. So it's
Yeah.
like,
So
that's also hard to explain. I don't know if paranormal stuff is just something that we can't understand. Like, is it, I don't know. I don't know if I believe in the
see,
spiritual aspect of it, but maybe it's just something as humans we can't comprehend or understand. You know?
Yeah.
the way I kind of see it is that okay, so picture this. If we was energy, like I said, we were energy before we were born. Like our soul was a thing. But imagine it being like a
Yeah.
blank file until it goes into a memory card. And the memory card is the brain. You know what I mean? Your body. So it's like you got your console and your brain's the memory card. So you won't you start downloading files as you start to perceive reality, and those are your memories. You know what I mean? So once this fucking body's gone, then somebody spilled Dr. Pepper on the Mountain Dew, not Mountain Dew, on this fucking memory card, and it's gone. That bitch is wiped again. Does
Oh
that make
man, you
any? That's the
spilled
best way.
fucking Dr. Pepper on my Mountain Dew.
All right, I'll tell y'all what. Y'all don't even worry about it. At 6 o'clock tomorrow night, y'all get a Ouija board and call me. No,
Fuck no. I ain't touching that shit, boy.
I'm gonna go find out what happens, though. Don't worry.
Nah.
Somebody bring
Definitely
me
don't
back.
want that.
Yeah,
but
but does that make any sense? What I just said? Imagine it like
kind of
that.
sort of,
Like
yeah.
try to perceive it like that. Because see the way these things right here work, yo, and I feel like the way that I be sounding so crazy all the time is because you have to open up your mind and try to see it from that way. Just like when I'm like,
See,
"Hey, the
Yeah.
world's
no, but that's
flat,"
the thing.
like,
It's like
but the
I
reason
do.
is, yeah, like, do you like
Like
really, or
I'm.
is there still doubt? Because you
Oh,
can't when you
there's
try to
always gonna
learn
be
something.
doubt,
Yeah,
but
but when you
like
try to learn something, you actually got to give it your all to learn. Even though, if, like at the end, you're like, "All right, well, I looked at all the reasons, all that, and it's
no, see
bullshit."
that exactly. Yeah, I do that. You know what I mean? It's like that's the
Yeah,
thing is like I'm open to everything, dude. Like whatever it is, I'm open to having my mind changed. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like all for it. Don't matter what it is. But like the way I'm looking at it, it's just like that makes no fucking sense. Like at all.
I don't know. I feel
You know what I
like
mean?
I feel like that. Okay, so all right, so you know, like the term like nirvana or heaven, it's like all the same, and that's like
Yeah, no
a
Nirvana.
place for you. Yeah, right. Anyway, it's like fucking it's like all right. So what's the religion to where like if you do good and it's like all right, so you come back and keep reincarnated until you finally get it right, and then your soul, your energy, after it's like done matured and grown and like you're not like cussing out the cashier because she fucking like stubby ass fingers can't get it off the counter. Shit like bullshit goes into like grow as a soul, and once you become like high perceived soul in life, that then it's like you finally move on. So like picture like things like that, like like that's where you would go next. You know what I mean? Like your energy would move on to next. So it's like you wouldn't. I don't think you would have like this kind of memory bank that we have now, but it's like you would like be elevated to the next like plane, like the dimension, if that makes any sense.
To the next step.
Yeah, to the next step.
Boy,
Because like,
we
all right,
are
so you
so fucking
take a lot of this
stupid.
stuff. You really are.
Dude, I
It's like,
know.
here's the way I be
Yeah.
coming up. Here's the way I think, dog. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, so if you come up with look at like our reality. All right, in our reality right now, Tom DeLonge and the government and all these motherfuckers are saying aliens exist. Okay, so boom, you check that off. Aliens exist. All right, so what do we know about aliens so far? We know that they do not come from another planet. We know that they do not come from our planet. They come from another fucking dimension. If they come from another dimension, then other dimensions exist. If other dimensions exist, then we, like I said, there's a possibility of our souls could have came from another dimension and they could be higher and risen to another. So
So
you see what I'm saying? And then
did I
if you
miss
look at
something?
it,
I never heard the fact that aliens are from a different dimension.
yeah, you just because you got to do the research, bruh. Look, if like so,
Yep.
all right. So
No,
listen,
but see.
hold on, listen.
Okay, I'm
So
listening.
if you got that right there, like then you try to perceive that the reality we live in is the fourth dimension, right? Don't we live in the fourth?
No, I think it's
Or is the
third.
third?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. We're in the third dimension.
Okay. Okay, so what would all right, hell yeah.
Okay, no, okay,
I
dude,
just got lost
listen,
as fuck right there.
no, I got you,
But
See, I
you see what I'm
no,
saying?
listen,
If you could go
I get,
all right, go ahead.
I get the way you're coming from. I 100% understand what you're coming from. And I'll like hear me out, and I can kind of get behind you on this. This is where I was coming from a while ago when I was saying the spiritual shit, not necessarily something spiritual. It's just something that we don't understand. Maybe it is something for the fourth or even the fifth dimension. That's highly possible because if you try to explain, say, like if you have a two-dimensional person, if you try to explain to him what the third dimension is, he's gonna be like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about? 3D stuff?
Yeah,
I don't even
exactly. That's
know
true.
what the fuck that is." So us trying to like understand the fourth dimension, we're just like, "What the fuck are you even talking about?" And that's what I was trying to explain. What to go with the spiritual aspect of it. Maybe that's something with the spiritual aspect of it. But yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From that, you know.
And what I was trying to say earlier is like I feel like I said, dude, I'm open to like literally everything, dog. Like, but I have to have it like
Yeah.
I don't know if I say like prove to me,
Yeah.
but like my mind is open to like believing all this shit. But
See-
also, hold on,
But
let me
Dakota's-
finish. Let me finish. Let me just finish this. Is what I'm saying is like when I go on TikTok, I can legit tell when something's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So like I'm not gonna sit here and just believe this when I'm like I can literally tell this is fake. This is like the fakest video I've ever seen.
Like the
Or,
you
Indian
know what I mean?
moon landing.
And what
Yeah, like
Dakota's saying is, once science is taking this shit seriously, then he'll take it seriously.
yeah,
Right?
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once there's
I-
evidence.
I only believe in
Yeah.
science.
See,
I can
I'm
see
a
where
I'm a
where you
lot
come
more of
from
like
too.
the way I see it. Like I don't like look at one thing and just automatically believe that's true. I'll look at that and I look at all the things that can surround it. Like I was saying with the aliens being proved they were real, Bob Lazar telling the stories before we got that shit, like before we even had to where we could film them and stuff. He's talking about what they look like because he worked on them and shit, trying to reverse engineer them in the 80s and shit. And so like for shit like that, for him to like say like, hey, that's what they look like, and then like 40 years later, we got people taking videos of the shit that he said that's what they look like and what they do, and fucking then Tom DeLonge being in that shit for years, and then like them coming down to find out that they're from other dimensions and shit like that, which proves like I just look at like it's not just like you just look at one thing. It's like you look at everything that surrounds that type of thing, and then you make your own judgment on itself. Not just believe everything that just because Tom DeLonge says it doesn't mean it's fucking true. Like he also believes
Yeah.
that there's not a tree there until you walk there, and then there's a tree because a human had to place that there first. You know what I mean? Like our
Yeah,
brains had to
I'm not.
imaginize that. Like so, I understand. Like it's like the world. Like look at the world like if it was a blank slate, like I was saying. You know what I mean? Or like not a blank slate, but if it not flat either. But look at the world like it's a dimension, like a plane. You know what I mean? Like we live on this one plane, and
We
like
live
it's
on a
like
round ball.
they would say like you would make it to the end and basically nothing would be there until a person put it there. Like their brain had to put that there, like load that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna have to disagree with that too. I know what
See,
you're talking about.
I
I'll
also
listen to that.
disagree with that. But there's
Yeah.
points that he
I know
says
what
that
you're
I
talking about.
believe is true also. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all procedurally generated just like No Man's Sky. Gotcha.
Or like RuneScape. You can
Oh,
see the little mini map before it loads
let
in.
me. I gotta ask Jimmy. What's your take on this, Jimmy? Because I know you've had paranormal experience as well. So like, what do you think? Is it a creep from the fourth dimension or what?
I couldn't tell you honestly.
Because
Does
it's
it
like
freak you out?
I know you're not particularly religious either. So it's like what's your take? You think it's just something we as humans can't understand?
It's either that we can't understand it or it was a misfire in our brain that made us believe that we saw something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean,
Maybe
our
my
brains are
plugs
just
changed.
like our brains are just fucking chunks of meat that's in a liquid that has electricity going through it. Like nobody understands how the fuck it works or anything. So if something were to go different, there's no telling what that outcome could be. And yeah, if it fucking like has some kind of weird electricity backfire type thing, we could basically see something that wasn't there and shit. I don't know.
Well,
I
that's
asked
the most
Jesus when I
logical.
seen.
That's the most logical thing between me
I
and
mean,
Joseph.
look, let's like get it straight. Jimmy is the only one who graduated, so he's like the most logical person here.
I mean, we could just slap the hashtag "I'm not a fucking scientist."
Yeah, for real. Like,
but
see, I don't know. Are we on?
Hey, so check this out.
I'm like
Like,
in the
here's
middle.
what
Are we on the topic of like religion or like just life in general?
I think it was just like how
It's all
everything
one.
works.
Just kind of
Yeah,
like where
but
does
hey,
it come from?
hey, so like I
Oh, okay.
have this like I was just thinking about this right here while everybody was talking, and like because I'm the only one that believes in Jesus around here. So listen,
Jesus.
Jesus, them
I
Yeezys,
believe
boy. But listen,
I
hey,
believe in
so
Jesus, but I don't. Never mind, I won't get into it. Go ahead.
I'll be freaking quick.
I never said
but
the guy wasn't real.
oh yeah,
That's
you're
a
right.
lie.
But
Though. Like
listen.
okay.
Okay,
Listen.
so all the stories about him turning water into wine and like walking on water and then coming back to life and stuff like that. Okay, so check this out. Jesus his soul, his energy didn't come from where we were. Does that make any sense? I know y'all ain't read the Bible. Listen,
He came
he
from
came.
Israel.
No, he
Came
can't. No,
from
listen,
America.
listen. He was already with God. You know what I'm saying? Like his soul and all that, his energy was already with God, and God
He came
sent
out of
him
sack.
down.
That's bad.
He sent him down into one of these empty vessels. So instead of like, all right, so now go back to where I talked about you having to ascend, like your consciousness and your soul has to ascend as a unit. You know what I mean? You have to be good, dog. Good and love rules over everything. All right, so go back to where I said that and imagine his soul already being at the highest point of consciousness and ascension and then coming back. While
Starting over.
come from the beginning and have to move up. So you think that since we have to come up, like you think that it's possible for us to maybe do the shit that he did? Like, like turn water to wine just because his mama needed some wine for the party. Like that's legit what happened. Fucking you know what I mean? Like it wasn't just like
I
he
see what
he
you
was like
mean.
literally doing shit. So is that like you think our consciousness can reach that because he came from the other side down? He had to ascend
It's
down
like
from being perfect to being where we are and having to fight the world to try to stay perfect. That's his
I
story.
mean, that explains Chris Angel. So
Thank you. I was about to make that joke. So basically, Chris Angel is on the same dimension
yeah,
as fucking Jesus.
gotta set his ass down too,
mind freak.
buddy.
No, I see what you mean. So
You
is
see
it
what I'm
like
saying?
okay? So is it like say like if I'm like always here, say like me, I've always been here, but
Yeah.
like you, Jimmy, and Seth was like just born, and
Yeah.
I came back to show you what I've learned, basically.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Because see, he had to be all right. So we couldn't get it right, dog. And I'm not trying to go to religion as much, but like basically, like from the beginning of time, we fucked up. Like we entered to sin, and we've been sinning. Either it has been like looking at your damn neighbor's wife's ass, or fucking, or going to kill somebody. Like it's one of the we've always sinned. So Jesus and or God was like, bro, they just can't fucking get it right, dog. No matter what I do, dog, I can wipe this nation out of people or let them restart. They can't get it right. Nobody, it's like nobody could ascend. Okay, now another fun fact is heaven was there, but no one could go until Jesus was already here. Jesus had to come before anybody went to heaven. So, because the only way to get there is through him. So, like, all right, so our souls, all right, say heaven or nirvana or whatever you want to say the next dimension is, are like the peace dimension is what it is. It's like, you find all peace. They say you're warm, you fucking, you know what I mean? Everything you can imagine is there, fucking all that stuff. Like the Backstreet Boys. And so you know what I'm talking about? So look at that.
Yeah,
And God, why did I say that? I almost got off track so bad. All right, so he had to come back. So God took the only other, like, basically energy that was like him. You know what I mean? Because some people say that it is him as a human. Some people say that believe that that's God's spirit. He came down and came as a human
Yeah, he's the
because
Father, the Son,
before,
and the Holy Spirit.
yeah. So the Holy Trinity. So all right, listen, it's the Holy Trinity. So if you look at it like that, like, all right, before in the Bible, like God came as other things. Like he would show up as signs like a burning bush and a fucking like a bright light in the sky and shit like that. People would follow, he would lead people and shit. And
but
then
like
he just could, it's like people wouldn't get it right. So then he came down, basically look at it this way. He took his energy and came down as a human and was a perfect human. He was like a 5-year-old teaching people shit in churches. Like, you know what I mean? He was like teaching the people who was teaching people. And they're like, how the fuck do you know? He's like, because that's my daddy, homie. Like, that's my father. Because he was born through that. So he came as a human and was basically like, he moved down a dimension. And even the devil, like, the devil walks the earth. The devil's been here on earth and he's still here on earth. And like he tried to give
he
Jesus
was born
the
in
earth. He took
1994, though.
Yeah, well, he tried to give Jesus the earth. He basically told him, he's like, look, dog, all you gotta do is just denounce your father, denounce that, and I'll give you this place. Like the earth is mine, like it's mine to give. I will give you everything on the earth. He's like, Go fuck yourself. So, yeah,
Okay,
he
so
he
let me
he
ask you
stayed
this:
perfect and kept going.
if you believe all that, then how do you believe in aliens? Because humans was made in His image. So how
Okay,
are you
now
believing
listen.
in aliens?
The way I perceive
See,
aliens as they're the bad spirits. They could be the bad spirits or good spirits. There's a part of the Bible called the Watchers that are taken out, dog. It was taken right out the Bible because people can't seem like when you go into religion and you start reading about the Watchers, like it's wild, like it's super wild, dude. And like or the fallen angels that
Okay,
fell,
see, hold on.
they
Right
denounced
now,
God and came down.
now you're getting into the stuff that Dakota was talking about providing
yes,
evidence. That's what Dakota was talking
that's
about. You're just saying
What you
some
mean?
you're just saying some he said she said type stuff now.
On
Like
which part?
you like it was on the Bible, but now it's not, and you can't find it nowhere.
No, I've read it.
But yeah, I mean, you can read anything on the internet.
No, I've read the book. It's called the Book of Enoch.
nature.
Like legit. Like legit.
I mean,
The Book of
anybody can
Ewoks?
write a book, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
thank you. That's how I am. I'm like that that
Hell,
book does
Dakotas
not
can write a
matter,
book.
dog.
Kind of wrote a book.
Like, he can write a book. It doesn't mean I'm gonna
Yeah,
believe
see,
shit that's in it.
yeah, exactly. Like my
He
thing
picked
is,
me
I
up
just
with his
have to
mind powers
know,
and shook me
dog. You
like a
know what I mean?
dog.
Like I just have to like know without a fucking doubt that like this
Pixar
dude don't
didn't
have to
fucking
come here.
happen.
Yeah, look, I come in here and sit on my bed, fucking whatever. Like, well, my thing is like, it's not like it doesn't matter if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
Like, it literally doesn't matter. Like obviously, I would like to know, but like the thought of like religion, Jesus, the devil, like fucking my name on RuneScape has like 666 in it. But the thing is like that like carries no weight to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that's a fucking number. Like that's not like it's only associated with like the devil because you make it that way. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I just think it's a cool number. It just
Yeah,
looks
same as
cool.
the same as the fucking
It's
Monster
just
energy drink logo.
yeah, it's like I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain shit like how I think about it. It's just like it carries no weight with me, but
You
I would
don't
like really like
associate
to
it
know.
with it.
Yeah, I don't associate it with it. Like
Yeah, you don't associate it with it because there's no proper evidence for.
yeah, like to
Yeah,
me,
the
it's
devil
like I
didn't come
said, it's
down and say,
just
"Hey,
fucking
666, that's my number,
Yeah.
dog." You
yeah, exactly. And like that's like it's only that way because people made it that way. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I feel like I'm going like all over the place, but like
All right,
it's
so
just hard for me to say stuff.
I just wanted to backtrack a bit about the dimension type thing. So I googled it up. Like, what dimension do we live in? We live in three-dimensional plane, obviously. Like, yes, that's it. But I guess Joseph would fall under the whole superstring theory type thing, where we actually live in a fourth dimension because the fourth dimension is actually time. So like yes and yes and yes, like they're both, I guess, somewhat right.
Together.
Because
Well,
like the whole
That's
way
all.
whenever people say like fucking they travel through time or travel through space, teleportation, stuff like that. You can't say if you were to just travel back in time, but there's no set location. The Earth is moving constantly, so you would literally be just out in nowhere. So like you would have to keep the two together. So I don't fucking know, man. Like I couldn't tell you which one we actually live in.
Like that's how like that one thing I don't understand is like how like they say everything is happening at one time. Like
Oh yeah,
like right now, I guess like Leonardo da Vinci is still fucking alive somewhere doing his
like they're
thing
saying,
because it's all
they
like
say
it's all stacked on top of each other.
instead of front and back.
Yeah, like how the fuck does that work?
Yeah,
Or like 9/11 is happening like right now, but like not with us. I don't know, dude.
probably dimensions
Yeah, there's
or alternate
reason
realities or some shit.
yeah, if
Probably.
you believe in like parallel universes, then there's like so many parallel universes that it's happening at some point.
Yeah.
Like I said,
That's-
we have the
See,
podcast
but-
going on right now, but we're all bears or some shit.
No, like see, but that's I feel like that's like the same time though. You see what I mean?
Oh yeah,
It
true.
doesn't have no. What I'm trying to say is that there's so many different realities out there that 9/11 is happening like right now. You know,
Yeah, I
see what
understand
you
it.
mean.
but there's
So,
just
yeah,
I
so
kind of
many.
understand it.
There's so many endless possibilities of like, you know, when did time start? When did the Big Bang start? Maybe in that reality, the Big Bang happened, you know, a few years after ours, which made and everything happened the same exact way, which so 9/11's happening right now. You know what I mean?
See,
Yeah.
yeah, I see what you mean, but like
And we're having this
how I'm picturing
conversation,
it.
but not on a podcast. We're in a tavern somewhere, and I'm a mage.
No, see, but like I can't. How do I say it? It's like the same time though. Okay, so like
Oh yeah, at the same time, I don't understand that either. I don't
yeah,
because
like
how I
if
pitch
9/11 is happening right now, it would be called 1210.
yeah, because how
But
I
like
picture time, is draw a straight line on a piece of paper, and that's your time. It's never ending and it's going forward.
yeah, see,
You know, so
but
it's
they
like,
say
how's it
like
happening? If yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, yeah. I don't fucking know,
Oh.
dude. I'm not a fucking scientist. I'm a fucking.
I'm not a scientist
That's just
either,
like to
dude.
play RuneScape.
What did I do wrong?
What the fuck did I do wrong?
To sum up religion, since Jesus and God is like all knowing and whatever, he knew he was gonna come back to life, so Jesus just gave up his weekend to save us from our sins.
No.
Like he sacrificed his fucking weekend, homie. Like we mean
Like,
that
dude,
much
you
to
telling
him.
me I gotta do this on fucking spring break? Spring break weekend, dude. He comes up in like board shorts and fucking a ponytail, some sunglasses.
No,
Damn,
he was
dog.
scared. I ain't gonna lie. He didn't want it to happen.
Why would he be scared? He's all knowing.
No,
He
he
knew he was
begged
gonna
for
come
it not
back.
to happen, dog. He begged for it not to happen.
He's like, listen, I beg you not to because this is just you sinning. Like, I'm coming back in a fucking like 2 days anyways, you know?
It's like, dude, you're
You
not gonna
ain't
believe
keeping me
this.
from my spring break, dog.
That boy say, you know what? Send me to see
Not-
Pops. I ain't seen him in a minute anyway. I'll be back, boy.
Yeah, like
Excuse me, Jesus. He's laughing somewhere. I hope so. He's like, hey man, remember when you said that? I thought that shit was funny, dude. I really feel like they got a sense of humor, dog. They got to.
I don't think they do.
You don't think Jesus thinks shit's
Who?
funny, dude?
No,
don't think
I
Jesus
think
has
they're
ever
fucking assholes.
just been sitting with somebody, bro?
That's
he
how I
just-
feel. I feel
like,
like they're like the biggest
fuck that
dickheads
laugh,
ever,
dude.
dude.
yeah.
You don't think this man just
If I
pooted
learned
one day and
anything-
just started like laughing, dog?
No,
sleep.
no. If I learned anything from God of War, all of my assholes.
Yeah, they're all like,
Kratos hasn't met them yet, dog. That's the Greek ones. Of course, they're assholes.
They met the Nordic ones too, and they're assholes too.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't ours
exactly.
be?
Yeah, I feel like they're like
Exactly.
that are humans are assholes because they think they're higher because they go to church and believe in God. That's the ones that are assholes.
yeah, which is like everybody back then. I feel like
Yeah.
literally
Yeah, but
everybody.
that wasn't them, dog. He was cool. Him and his squad was cool, bro. They were breaking bread and laughing,
Nah,
dog.
we've got
Because like
a
one of you will betray me.
we've got a spiteful God. That's what it is. Like, I don't know.
Man.
He used to
I think
be
he'd be an
savage. I
asshole
ain't
as
gonna
fuck.
lie. He used to be real savage.
Like, I mean,
Who?
just think
Yahweh?
of all the bad that
God.
happens in the world. Like, he wouldn't let that shit happen to the people that he loves, you know? Like, fuck that. I don't think
It's
he's
free
fucking-
will, Jimmy.
I don't think he's cool.
Well, yeah, you're bringing that up, which we didn't have before Adam and Eve ate the fruit. We did not have free will.
Yeah, we did.
So, no, we didn't.
Why do you think? How do you
How?
think they ate the fruit? They had free will. He just asked them not to.
We ate the fruit to get free will. That was our sin.
I think it was like to become self-aware.
Yeah, that's free will. Become self-aware.
So basically, he forced us to sin.
Yeah, we were basically slaves. Like, he set us up. Oh, you fucked up.
Be a mistake.
It's like if you're playing a game, I'll take the controller from you and make you fucking like crash into something. Like, huh, look what you did, stupid.
Yeah, and if he knew what we was gonna do, why did he fucking put the fruit there in the first place?
Exactly.
I don't know, man.
See,
I have to ask
it's-
him.
You failed the test.
Like I said, we didn't
I'm
have
so
free will
confused.
until that we ate the fruit. That's when we gained our humanity. So who's the real bad guy? That's the question I'm asking.
That is the
Me.
theory, though. I brought up on the podcast before.
Maybe I'm the bad guy.
Eat
I
him a
think bad is just how you perceive it.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Everybody thinks they're right in their own way. Even Handsome Jack did.
Somebody called Pastor Auburn.
Get him on
no.
podcast.
I don't think I'm right. I don't know. I don't think.
No. See, like, I feel like I'm always wrong. Like, I don't have the fucking answers to anything. I damn sure couldn't show you the proof of anything. So, like,
Yeah.
Comment.
I can't prove you. I can't prove Joseph wrong,
yeah,
and I can't
Right.
prove myself right.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
I
But
agree with
therefore, I know
that.
I'm not
wrong,
right.
and I'm right.
I told y'all, get a Ouija board and ring a ding ding in a little while. All right, damn. I'm gonna go figure it out.
Does that wake me up? Wake me up when his phone goes a ring a ding ding.
I just got my memory. I can't remember
it
who
won't
y'all
be
are.
me.
That shit was funny.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what I'm
Jim.
saying.
It's no. Like, the whole fact that I don't know what the paranormal is, like, I don't want to fucking deal with it. I'm not gonna fucking introduce it into my life. Like, I don't want to, like, force
I'm
them
with
to
Jimmy
have to
on this
fucking
one.
converse with me. Like, whenever we were in the fucking apartments back at fucking A9, fucking, I know Dakota was one of them, but, like, y'all were wanting to bring a fucking Ouija board over. And I was like, nah,
course
man,
I
y'all
was.
gotta take that shit somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
I'm not inviting the paranormal into my life.
Look, bro. When you look over in your room and your shoes come out the closet and they start doing the jerk, that's me wearing them, homie.
That's me.
Your shoes start to crank that SpongeBob, dog. That's me, dog. Just know I'm
Crank
with
that
you in
SpongeBob.
spirit.
Like, it's just I don't know. That's how I feel. I just feel like I know nothing's gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just talking to a board.
I hope we go to another realm. That's what I hope. Humans fucked
And
this one
like,
up, dude. I hate it.
I remember when like
Fuck
me
it
and
up again.
Smashley were at Seth's house. Was like that trailer house that you
Yeah.
lived down that dirt road. It was like
Yeah.
writing shit on a fucking piece of paper, catching that bitch on fire. And
I remember that.
trying to get the devil to give us shit. like I knew it wasn't gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Did it work?
No, it didn't work. Which was my point. It's like I know this is
Yeah.
not gonna work, and I know this like does not matter.
Yeah,
It's
You
because
just
you
believe
gotta
hard,
believe.
my heart wasn't in the cards.
Exactly.
Like I don't know.
What's our
I don't
time?
know.
Show
If we if we get fucking born again, I just want it to be in the Pokemon world or some shit.
Same.
Something
Yeah,
cool.
That's what I was talking about. Let's go to another round.
If I get born again,
Resident Evil? That sounds horrible.
Fuck
That'd be
no,
sweet.
that's
That'd be
the
number
worst
3.
one.
I
put me in
if you think
RuneScape.
about it, Zookeeper's the
Put me in
Pokemon
Habbo
master.
Hotel.
Like Zookeepers is really like, all right, the people who own zoos, they're like the Pokemon master, and then they're elite four, the people who tame the animals.
Like old
If you think about
Tiger King Joe Exotic.
Yeah, for real.
You bitch! You bitch! I'll shoot you!
You stupid. That's
That
not a
bitch
call
got-
for help. Not a
across
fuck
the-
you, not nothing.
it.
That bitch got dragged across the yard by a fucking damn tiger and then blamed somebody for putting tuna in his shoes.
That's that's fucking Ash Ketchum. Fucking Tiger
It's
King.
fucking crazy, man.
That's when Pikachu
Holy
used to
fuck.
fuck him up when he like
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
electrocuting back in the day. You bitch! You stupid bitch! I'll shoot you!
Oh.
That's a real fucking dude, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the fucking reality
that
we
guy's
live
like-
in. That's the dimension we
fucking
live in. Is
Tiger
where that
King up in
fucker
the motherfucker.
exists.
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, right. I never watched the second one.
I did. It was boring.
I figured it was. I just wanted to keep the first one alive in my head.
I think me and Madison watched like 2 episodes. It's just like they should have stopped it at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I like the first one.
Hey, all
It's
you cool cat
like
kittens.
You got
Yeah. You can't do that. But we need to get the fuck off here.
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah,
like
so I
and
have to wait
subscribe.
In exactly an hour. If you don't, the devil will
Yeah.
come for you.
Y'all don't forget.
This is God's
Comment
favorite
69.
podcast.
Yep.
You right.
God's favorite podcast, maybe.
I mean, we do it
Green
on
Day.
Sundays. That's his favorite fucking day.
Yep. Welcome to Sunday Bible Study with us, your host. 666.
With the fucking dumbest people you know.
Yeah, fucking biggest idiots ever.
Alright, yeah, we are
But,
past an hour. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's get the fuck off of here.
Yeah,
yeah.
no. I got some
No,
fucking
yeah.
RuneScape to be grinding on.
Eat 'em
Don't
my
let your
cookies.
meatloaf.
Eat them cookies.
Can we start saying that
Everybody say
again?
welcome, Seth, to the to the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Full-time member. I get paid the
Full-time.
most.
You,
I'll send my daughter's note.
Yeah, dude. Bruh, I've always wanted to be the leader of my own podcast, so that's pretty cool.
Uh,
Bye.
Leader,
everybody
huh?
get off here. This guy's fine.
Alright, later.
You'll never hear from this guy again.
Don't let your
Bye.
meatloaf.